You have to understand Dylan, who he is, who he was. It's the story of a young boy who at age 3 looked like he was ahead of the curve.
When he was born, he was a little colicky, a harder, he would cry a lot. And, you look back now and I think it probably was sensory.
As he grew physically, something became noticeable and repeated. His inability to fit in, his misunderstanding of social situations. In the 3rd grade, it bottomed out.
I remember one time I came to get him and he ran back into the classroom and he hid under the desk. 2 teachers and I carried this 9-year-old boy out.
So began an excruciating journey that would take them to different schools, different methods of treatment. What they found out was he suffered from high-function autism. Did you feel bad a lot, or did you not even realize what you were doing or why you were doing it?
I now realize it much more now
a lot
about that way back. But now, way back then, I didn't realize it.
But finding a way to deal with it was discouraging. What sustained them was faith and hope. And what happened was amazing. When they met a psychologist named Pat Police.
I really want to hear, what does that parent want to go easier? And that's really the place to start. And then we look at assessing and trying to come up with interventions so that parent can leave feeling better about next steps.
She starts working with us and I bring up the things he's doing. She'd have a plan. She'd show me how to teach him. And she had heard it before. I had felt like my kid was the only one.
Pat Police is part of the Fraser school that deals with much. The focus on their campuses is on child development, not just autism, just trying to make sure kids grow into what they can be without barriers. At the heart of it is a CEO who wears the emotion of the mission on her sleeve. Diane Cross has been here for 22 years. It is her job, but it is much more of a calling.
I'll tell you what, I think it's somewhat very selfish, I feel. Because I've always felt I get more out of working in this organization than I give. I really do. I mean that.
Which takes us back to Dylan and his newfound teacher. That Pat Police subscribes to the philosophy of Diane Cross is an understatement. She helped create it. Where loving what you do takes you places and changes lives, like Dylan's.
She opened up the gateway, just an awesome, bright, enchanted gateway, just for life. Being happy.
The big ingredient is to get involved with each patient, then diagnose, then create a game plan that is specific to that person.
What I saw with Dylan's family is really not so unique. It's there with most all families, and that is a family that delights in their child, a child that has a sparkle in his eye. I'm sure you saw that when you met him. And a way to try to get at how he understands the world and make it a positive, engaging place. We might do cartoon strips, or there's something called social stories, or just in talking about something, this is the concern, what are our options, what are we going to choose?
As Dylan began to understand, his world opened up. He could learn, he could behave, he could pursue dreams he did not know were available to access. And when that occurs, you become a different person. One that learns there is potential and ability and dreams that can come true.
I feel very, very healthy. Healthy, self-confident, reliable, flexible, willing to do anything, that loves life.
Fraser means to me providing something that these families wouldn't get if they didn't come to our organization. So it means providing hope. Families have expressed to me that we've saved their lives.
Dylan has things to do these days, like play the piano.
I like the sound of the music and how, I think it brightens up people's days.
See, that's the way it's supposed to work at Fraser, that they start by caring, then work with them so they understand there is hope. Embracing where you are, and more importantly, who you are.
I know I have 2 boys myself. They're born and you have this, you're already thinking Harvard, they're going to achieve, the world is, they could be president of the United States.
And so are these other parents, right?
So are these other parents. And yet these other parents then have to face the fact that maybe their child isn't going to get to go to Harvard. So it's a new normal for them. But here's the thing, they can embrace that new normal. That new normal can be really a cool thing.
It is what motivates people like Police, that they are working on something noble.
How lucky am I to be able to work with families that are so engaging like Dill's family. And sure, there's a problem in a situation, but we can jump into it together.
It felt like, oh, this is where I need to be. And maybe this does work out.
See, Dylan is now a student at a technical school with a passion for life.
Right now, I am currently in Hennepin Technical College studying accounting.
Oh, there is still a curve. His mom and dad and 2 younger sisters are learning and aware of who Dylan is, how it all works.
In the beginning, it was very hard for them, and I was so involved with Dill, and my middle daughter has really come around with that, and my other one is coming around, and she's proud of him.
But the happy ending is that people did not quit on Dylan, did not quit trying to find a new way, a better way, a way to get through life. And because they never gave up, they did just that.
There are no shortcuts to any place worth going. When you have exhausted all possibilities, remember this: you haven't.
For more information on Life to the Max, go to our website at lifetothemax.tv.